today we're going to be talking about a super hot topic. Today's video is probably one of the most requested videos and frequently asked questions that I get, whether it's every single stream or it's every couple of videos. Somebody wants to know, or they see something like, hey, is this true? So today we're going to be talking about my tattoo. Everyone wants to see what it looks like. What is it? Do you have one? How many do you have? Did it hurt? So today I'm going to be talking about tattoos, my tattoo, my experience, and trying to answer any questions that you guys might have for me. Also, if you guys notice that maybe we are in a different spot, this is still my office. We're still in my office, but I did change something a little bit. So I do have a new shelf back there. Oh, it's more of a repurposed shelf. It was Ant's and he wasn't using it anymore, so I asked him if I could use it and he said yes. So I started putting my paintings up there, which are kind of like the paintings that I basically haven't sold, or I never put them up for sale. And I just didn't really know what to do with them. I didn't have a place to put them. So now I put them up on my shelf, which I am in love with. And you also see the uke, and then you see the Dragon Ball Z prints back there that I did as well. So I hope you guys like today's video. If you guys do, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. And if you're new, hit that sub button with your bunny paw. Also, if this video gets to 1,500 thumbs up, the next video will do a Aunt Does My Makeup challenge. And I don't know if I'm ready for him to actually play with my makeup because all my makeup is pretty decent. So yeah. Also, I posted an Instagram post today using my ring light. So if you guys want to go follow me on Instagram, it says LotsOfBunnies, my tattoo, and I'm going to be showing you guys what it is. I'm going to end up putting like a video clip of my tattoo as well, so you guys can see what it looks like. My tattoo is pretty, for me, it's pretty massive in my opinion. My tattoo takes up, I'll kind of show you guys like from here what it looks like, but I will insert a video of like the actual tattoo itself. So don't get mad at me right here if I don't show the whole thing. But my tattoo, for the most part, I got it so I could like cover it up if I wore high-waisted things. So my tattoo is on my lower back. It starts right there. See the little peak of it? And it goes to about here, I would say. So it goes it's a pretty big tattoo, and it's pretty wide as well. My tattoo is, in my opinion, very large for my size, my body. It's definitely, I would say, like bigger than my hand. So to me, that's a pretty big tattoo to take up your lower back. It does start like almost on my waist, a little bit underneath my like waist, and then it does go down like below my hips. So it's pretty big, and a lot of you guys want to know what it is and like why I got it and what it means. Does it mean anything? Did it hurt? So I got this tattoo when I was 18 years old, 18 or 19, something like that. I got it pretty young. It was, you know, some years back. And it's maybe about like, I would say like 6 years old, something like that. And I don't think I took the proper care of it that maybe I should have. I do, like, when I go out in the sun, I do put sunblock on my tattoo, but I don't do anything crazy to like cover it up. I know a lot of people, like, when they want to preserve their tattoos, if they have it in a certain place, they will put something like on it so it doesn't like get so much sun directly onto it. When I am wearing a bikini or like a bathing suit, it is like my whole half of it, I would say, is exposed to the sun. Like that whole part, I would say, is pretty much exposed to the sun. So my tattoo does get a little bit of a tan, I guess, when I get a tan. To me, it still looks pretty good. And what is it? Which you guys will obviously see, but there is a giant sunflower, or a pretty big sunflower, I would say, at the top part. And then there is a design going up with like blue and purples. And then there is also a flower that's in a different style of art that is kind of like bloop going downwards. And then there's a tribal like right in the middle. So what that for me was like my favorite flower is sunflowers. I love sunflowers. It also has a little bit more of a sentimental value for me personally. I have the flower that's like kind of downwards, almost like, to me, it was just like no matter how hard you fall and no matter what happens, like you might be going through a down day, but you can always bloom into that beautiful sunflower and you can always do it. And I feel like that's kind of like the weirdest or cheesiest thing to say, but that's why I got this tattoo, was just to remind me, like, no matter what hard times I'm going through or no matter what's going on or anything like that, and whenever I'm feeling down right after it, it's gonna be that beautiful sunflower. Not I'm gonna turn into a sunflower, but like, you know, like if maybe you're having a bad day, the next one will be amazing. So it's just to me like that positive message for myself. I got it on my lower back because it was just too big to go anywhere else. Like I didn't want it on my arm, I didn't want it on my thigh, I didn't want it on like my stomach, so I got it on my lower back. One of the most asked questions is, did it hurt? For me, I have a pretty high tolerance for pain. I broke my arm in half when I was in like high school, so, and I was okay. I wasn't like, I was just like, hey, I think I may have broken my arm. So if you guys want to know that story, you guys comment down below, unless you already know it. And then, yeah, anyways. My tattoo, I wouldn't say really hurt that much. There were parts where for me, it did hurt. Like when it got closer to my side or up like on the tender part, I guess like more like right here on my back, it was like, oh, okay. And I had to sit like this the whole time. Basically, I'm assuming to like stretch out the skin. I don't really know. But I sat like arched over and I just basically like played with my phone or like played the Game Boy the whole time. So that's what that was. It didn't feel good by any means. Don't get it twisted. I wasn't like, oh yeah, that feels awesome. It definitely doesn't feel good, but it wasn't something like I couldn't take the pain. If you've ever taken like a safety pin and kind of like drawn on your skin or anything like that, or felt like the scratchiness of like a safety pin or like a needle, it feels like that, but way more amplified, I would say. So it actually like feels like something's like going into like your skin, and definitely like, you know, cutting through your skin. I guess to me, I feel like that sounds so like scarier than what it is, but you can feel that like something is obviously tearing into your skin. For me, it got kind of hot and like, but it wasn't too bad. I was just like, okay, cool, like whatever. And then I think it took my guy maybe around like 4 hours to do my tattoo. I did it in one session. It was just, I think it was about 4 hours, something like that. And then once it was done, it was done. For the healing process, I used Aquaphor because that was what he recommended. My tattoo artist at the time told me to put Aquaphor on it every day so it didn't like peel and itch and whatever tattoos do. I'm not very familiar with like what happens with tattoos after the process. I had a pretty good healing process for me. Mine didn't really itch. I know a lot of people's itch and like start scabbing up, and you're not supposed to pick the scabs, what I've heard. I never picked my scabs when it was scabbing or healing. If it itched, I would just like smack it. I would just be like, hey, stop itching. But that's kind of how I dealt with the uncomfortability afterwards and like the healing process. I do have plans on getting another tattoo, which I think is probably the next question. Is like, hey, are you gonna have any other tattoos? I will get another tattoo on my ankle, like the inner part of my ankle right here, I guess. My grandmother has a tattoo of, she got it done while she was in Mexico actually, and it's like the half moon and half sun, and it's very like Spanish style or Mexican style artwork, which I love. And she got that was actually her first ever tattoo, so I'm gonna get a replica. Basically, like, I'm gonna get the same thing that she has done on my ankle, just because I love my grandmother very, very much. And I don't know, I just think that that's just something that I want to have on my body because it was her first ever tattoo. I will say, however, to definitely think before you get a tattoo, like what you want. Oh god, the lighting's going down. What you want, and if it's gonna like be good in that position for the rest of your life, or if that's where you really want it. Think about the sizing. Definitely think about all these different factors. I would say like any tips for anyone who wants to get a tattoo is know where you're gonna put it, know the size that you want, so that like, for me, I didn't originally want my tattoo this big, but when I saw it drawn up and it was already on like the part, basically like the stencil where they I was kind of like, okay. And I didn't originally want it this big, and my tattoo artist, if he watched this video, he would probably punch me in the face because he was like, make sure this is like what you want. And I was like, yeah, it's what I want. But it was because I felt kind of bad being like, can you redraw it up, because it is too big for me. But definitely know what you want in your size. Don't feel like uncomfortable telling a tattoo artist if you don't like something, even if they drew it up, because they would rather you, at least I think they would probably rather you walk away there loving your tattoo than being like, oh, it's a little too big, or it's this and that. I don't have any regrets for my tattoo. However, if I could change it, I would probably make it a little bit smaller. I don't know if you guys have any other questions in regards to my tattoos. I don't have any other tattoos other than that one, but that's my tattoo. And I hope you guys liked today's video. I guess this is a little bit more personal and a little bit more like on the personal level of me. So I hope you guys kind of like learning about me, little things. And again, this was one of my most requested videos from you guys, and every stream I think someone asked me if I have a tattoo and if I can show it. And this is why I don't show my tattoo, is because it is in a position where like I'm not really comfortable to just get up and be like, hey, here it is, you know. So that is my tattoo and my story, and you know why I got it and what it is and when it happened and did it hurt. So I hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys did, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, and if you're new, hit that sub button with your bunny paw. Also, if you guys have any tattoos, comment down below what you have. I would love to know what some of you guys' tattoos are.